Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is the day that the Most High has made, and I am going to rejoice and be glad in this day. It's a beautiful day. Got a little rain drizzle, but that is okay, perfectly all right with me. I haven't done a garden update in some time on this channel. Thought I would today. So we have a whole lot going on this year. Over the fall and winter, we were able to expand our planting area back here, and we eliminated some planting areas up front. Decided to bring everything to this area. Not that we eliminated planting areas, we just downsized some of the things up front so that everything could be, brought, the main area of the garden could be brought together. We still have our fire ring area up front, which we use those as raised beds. And we still have, let me just do this. We still have our tall raised beds. The ones that I ordered, I would say maybe a couple of years ago. We still have those, and of course we still have our container gardening that we do in various areas. So what we have going on right now is a lot of stuff that we have growing, and we are constantly adding to the garden and picking from it. As a matter of fact, because this week is going to be filled with a lot of rain, we are going to be doing a lot of jarring of our greens so we can transplant some more greens. With our greenhouse there, what we've decided to do with the mobile greenhouse is to build an enclosure around it, a greenhouse enclosure. We're not done with it yet because it's a little more difficult trying to roll up those greenhouse sheets. It'll be a lot easier to be able to just step inside of there and do whatever we're going to do. So that's something we're working on too. It's a very cheap structure. You can tell that it's very cheap. So we are going to be, before we close it up, it's not really needed right now because we are well into the growing season. This is May, so we will be fine until, autumn rolls around. So we are going to reinforce that with wood to add strength to it. Okay? But we have a whole lot of things growing on. Now, the area of expansion would be the greenhouse here and this section here. Some of you may remember we had those two mounds of dirt that were here. And what we've been able to do is divide those mounds into growing space. So we've added 13 rows of growing space here. And a lot of the dirt that was left over, we just put in those bags right there. We put it in those bags just to get it out of the way. And so we've got a lot of things growing in this area. This section here, the first 3 rows are watermelons. And then we have 4 rows of corn right here. The corn is the only thing that's not covered with the landscape fabric. Then we have 3 rows of sweet potatoes, in which we just transplanted those in last week sometime. Then these 2 rows here, we have honeydew melons. So we've got a lot going on this year. The orchard, we're going to be making some changes over here Most High willing as well, in the fall, we're going to probably put some more trees deeper into the orchard over there. I love these overcast days, these light sprinkle days. I love these. Now, this area right here where you see the tables, we're thinking about doing like a shelter, a sun shelter type thing, something very simple, where when we're back here working and doing any pot ups, we could just stand under the shelter where the sun is out blazing, if you know what I mean. Being able to stand right here in this section next to the compost bin, that middle section where the blue barrels are. Of course, we're going to get the blue barrels out of the way, and the white barrel there. Next to that, we have rail ties that we use for our compost bins whenever we gather our chicken compost. We bring it back here, since this is the main growing area. That first row of stuff, where you see greens are seeding up, those were last year's greens, and that's last year's spinach right there. We decided to let them keep growing in, and so we've been picking the greens off of them. Now they've seeded up, and we'll probably, we could let them stay and gather the seeds, in which I'm contemplating whether or not I'm going to do that, to gather the seeds, or simply just go ahead and remove it, so that we can get some other things transplanted into this area. Now, that second row are arugula and pak choi. For some reason, pak choi doesn't like to be transplanted too much. It likes to go directly in the ground. So those are transplants. They went to seed too fast. Now, the arugula, it went to seed, but you can still harvest the leaves from that. Now, this right here, this is a new addition. We were cutting grass through here constantly, and it was getting a little, annoying. So what we decided to do was lay down some plastic and landscape fabric, and then put a gravel topping on it. So this has made travel through here a lot easier. And another issue was the water hose that we have going across there, coming from the water source. I didn't want to keep having to move the hose in order to cut through here. And so now, we didn't get the plastic all the way over, but now we don't have to worry about the hose being cut because of how things are. Okay, so the sprinkling is starting to come down. So our ginkgo babies, they are looking quite well. My apologies, but I want to get the raindrop off. My apologies. Okay, let me shorten this so I don't have to have it out in the rain. Okay, so the ginkgo babies, we are almost to the point where we can start shipping these out and selling them to those who would like to have a ginkgo plant growing inside of their house, because the medicinal uses for ginkgo biloba is great. You can make some great tea. Ginkgo biloba, we have some great recipes too. Ginkgo biloba lemonade and ginkgo biloba beet juice, all kinds of different flavors that are greatly healthy for you. I'm loving this gentle rain. It is so, so beautiful. I just love the Most High so much, and I'm so grateful to him. This year we said, look, we are definitely going to just do it up. We are going to do it up as much as we can, as best as we can, and We are thanking the Most High in advance for giving us a baraka on our crops this year. We have a bunch of watermelons growing at our another location as well, one of our other locations. Most High willing, we're going to be transplanting two, just to see how well we could do with the watermelons this year, growing them here and in two other places as well. Watermelons is one of those things that are it's a very healthy snack. It's like a snack and a drink all rolled up into one. So I definitely pray that the Most High will, add a bountiful blessing on the watermelons this year. We do have to get to the other farm to transplant there. We've already put some at the mini project we're working on, but we need to get to the other farm and get some watermelons transplanted there. Oh, this is what I was coming to see. Oh, the rain is starting to get all on me, so I was coming to see where they were. We expanded their area a bit.